Welcome back to our channel, and we're here with a new topic that you'll love to see. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel as fast as you can, because otherwise the snake will crawl in your bed tonight. Today we're bringing you the top 10 longest living animal species. From reptiles to giant mammals to one mammal that's the closest thing we have to an immortal being. Let's get started. Number 10. Tuatara. One of the longest living animal species that dates back to the Jurassic Age, tuataras are the last surviving members of an order that thrived 200 million years ago. In other words, they are living fossils. To date, they have kept a lot of characteristics since the Jurassic period. You can only find them in New Zealand, where they're the country's largest reptiles. Perhaps one of the reasons why they have survived for so long, each tuatara can live up to and over 100 years, is because of their ruthless diet. When they can't find their favorite meals, such as worms, spiders, and beetles, they feed on lizards, chicks, and even their own young. Number 9. Koi fish. That picturesque koi pond in your backyard? It may be home to one of the longest living creatures in the world. Distinguished by their vibrant coloration and patterning, if they live in artificial ponds, their lifespans can be over 40 years old. However, there have been a few documented cases of koi fish in Japan living up to 70 years old. A koi carp in Japan was also reported to live to be a whopping 225 years old. Number 8. African elephants. As if elephants couldn't get even more majestic, African elephants, the largest land animal, even larger than their Asian counterparts, can live up to an impressive 70 years old. They spent that impossibly long lifetime foraging for the 300 pounds of food they require every day. Luckily, their diet includes common things such as roots, bark, fruit, and grasses. Not only do elephants have long lives, but they have the longest pregnancies out of any other mammal, almost 22 months long. Before we continue with one bird species that likely outlives all of its owners, just hit the like button to fully support us. Number 7. Laysan Albatross. When someone says they'll love you as long as a Laysan albatross loves its mate, they're in it for the long haul. The longest living Laysan albatross, one beautiful bird called Wisdom, who was adopted by a biologist named Chandler Robbins in 1956, outlived her owner. While most Laysan albatrosses live around 12 to 40 years, Wisdom remains alive to this day and is regarded as the oldest known wild bird in history. She's over 70 years old by now. Laysan albatrosses also usually mate for life, but since Wisdom's case is so unique, it's believed she had multiple partners in the past that she outlived. Number 6. Bowhead Whale. The bowhead whale, also known as the Arctic whale, is the longest living mammal in the world. This fascinating whale species may have already earned that title when scientists thought they lived up to 60 to 70 years. But recent research found whales with ancient ivory spears that date back at least 100 years still stuck in their flesh. You can find this majestic animal in the colder waters of the North Atlantic and Pacific. They reach sexual maturity at the age of about 25 years of age, when their bodies are 35 to 45 feet long. And speaking of research, a few studies found that genes that allow for the repair of damaged DNA may result in bowhead whales living over 200 years old. Number 5. Longfin Eel. Endemic to New Zealand and Australia, the longfin eel is an anomaly in nature. Their extreme longevity, which places some individuals up to 60 to 80 years old, is the result of their slow growth rate. Longfin eels grow at a sluggish rate until they reach full size, with females reaching 2 meters long and weighing up to 40 kilograms. While an 80 years old longfin eel is impressive, strap into your seats for this. The longest living longfin eel was found to be 106 years of age. Believe it or not, they're actually one of the most common freshwater fish in their native New Zealand. Number 4. Cockatoos. If properly cared for, a cockatoo can have an average lifespan of between 50 and 80 years. They are typically found in the Philippines, Australia, Malaysia, Indonesia, and the Solomon Islands. In 2012, a study called Survival of the Ark found a Malaccan cockatoo that lived up to 92 years. In 1916, one particular sulfur-crested cockatoo from Australia called Cocky Bennett died at the age of 120 years, by far outliving his owner, Captain Ellis, who died at the age of 87. So if you're considering adding one as your family pet, Get ready for a lifetime companion. Number 3. Tortoise. Which one has a longer lifespan, a turtle or a tortoise? Well, your average pet turtle, a species like painted turtles or red-eared sliders, can live up to over 40. Other pet species like map turtles and African side-neck turtles can live 25 years or more. Tortoises, on the other hand, if you adopt a tortoise as a pet, there is a big chance it will outlive you. A species like sulcata tortoises can live up to 80 years, but others? They can have an average lifespan of a whopping 177 years. Cementing their spot as one of the longest-living vertebrates in the world, a tortoise by the name of Harriet died in 2006 at the age of 175. Another individual, a Seychelles tortoise named Jonathan, made it into the Guinness World Records as the oldest known living land animal at the age of 187. Number 2. Greenland Shark. If you thought all these past animals were impressive, then check out the near otherworldly Greenland Shark. The minimum lifespan of a Greenland shark, and emphasis on minimum, is a jaw-dropping 272 years. Some estimate that the maximum reported age of one of these elusive sharks is 392 years, but studies show that there may be some lurking around that are over 500 years old. Greenland sharks can be found roaming the Arctic and North Atlantic waters at depths of around 4,000 to 7,000 feet. They're the only shark species that can withstand the freezing waters of the frosty Arctic Ocean all year round. Like the Longfin Eel, their longevity can be owed to their extremely low growth rate. Greenland sharks grow up to their length of 8 to 14 feet at a rate of fewer than 0.39 inches per year. One incident found a 5-meter-long female shark caught in fishermen's nets to be between 272 and 512 years old. Number 1. Immortal Jellyfish. And lastly, we have the Immortal Jellyfish, which lives up to its name. Technically, the Immortal Jellyfish, which is actually called Turritopsis dohrnii, is the longest living animal species because it frankly never dies. See, this one kind of jellyfish taps the fountain of youth every time it's threatened, injured, or near starving. It reverts from a mature adult back to an immature polyp stage, and it can do that again and again with no limit to its lifespan. That was all for today, guys. Let us know in the comments what you thought of these near-immortal animals. Which one impressed you the most? Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel so we can keep creating videos for you. Till the next one!